Germany is a large country in Europe.
I'm Angela Copeland. We want to start by asking Mr. Broden some questions on Germany. Did you research the culture before going to Germany?
You know what? I should have researched the culture. I didn't. When I was in the military, I had a sponsor. The sponsor did not send me nothing. I didn't even know who the sponsor was until I got to Germany. Then, oh, he was just supposed to be a sponsor, but he kind of left me in the dark. So I didn't really know nothing about Germany at the time.
Where do most of the people live in Germany?
They mostly live in the urban areas. Majority of the Germans do.
When was many of the German cities destroyed?
I was actually during World War II, and that is very interesting because, you know, the Germans in America went to war, and the Americans supposed to have won that war. And right now, there's many Americans still over there. We have many military bases over there, and we actually close. I mean, they love us because the money. You know, American bring jobs to them because they serving us. There's so many Americans over there. They need people to serve us, and they making money because they money they in euros. Of course, our economy is not as great as it should be. It got better over the last years that President Obama was president, but it's still not what it's supposed to be because we still in debt. We owe China so much, what, billions of dollars, or it's probably more than that.
Religious worship, the Germans do have that.
What have you learned through the media about Germany?
Well, one thing I know, when I was little, I used to watch the Frankenstein movie, and that castle is actually in Germany. I seen that castle, the Frankenstein castle. They got a castle pretty much in a lot of villages over there. Landstuhl got a castle. I've been there. Heidelberg got a castle. I've been there.
As far as drastic or devastating, did anything happen in that nature?
Well, I will never forget it. At Frankfurt Airport, I was there that day. I learned this actually in the media that same night, but I was actually there. When I got off the plane, I had to find a bus that took me to the base. Well, that same day, there was a guy, he's from Afghanistan. He walked up to this American soldier and asked this soldier, has he ever been to Afghanistan? The soldier said yes. He followed that soldier on a bus. He shot him and shot 2 or 3 other people on that bus. There was American soldiers in the United States Air Force. So because of that event, I wasn't allowed to wear my uniform off base. If I had to go to work more than 30 minutes, I had to wear civilian clothes and change once I got to work. Also, the Holocaust, remember with the Jews, and it wasn't just Jews that got killed by Adolf Hitler, but they have the concentration camps, what's remains of it. You can actually tour it, and that's pretty bad. And basically, that's pretty much what I learned from the media about Germany. I mean, there's plenty more you can learn from books and research, but that's what stuck out in my mind. The war, you know, they always say that the war was pretty bad, and actually went on a tour and seen what was remains from the weapons of the Germans and our weapons. That was interesting.
Reference.
These are my notes.
The main meal of the day for Germans is eaten at what time of the day?
It is at 12 o'clock noon every day. That's when they usually eat their main meal.
And how did you like the food? Anything you could recommend?
Well, the German food, the potatoes, they're not the same as American potatoes. They are so nasty. The water, if you go to a restaurant, you got to make sure you ask for non-carbonated water, because the Germans drink water with bubbles in it, and that's very common over there. And like you go to McDonald's, you know, McDonald's is American. Over there, the menu is totally different. They have more stuff, better selections, but you gotta pay for ketchup. You pay for regular water. You pay for ice. It's ridiculous. They got something called donors over there. It's Turkish. It's like the Greek food where they have the meat. It's round and you have to cut it. Then you put it in like little bread. I don't know what they call it, a donor bread, whatever kind of bread it is. But you stuff it with like your meat, like lamb meat, chicken, lettuce, tomatoes. They got some special sauce. It's really good. That was the best. Pork chops. You know, Americans love pork chops, but the Germans call it schnitzel. All schnitzel is like a boneless pork chops without the bones, and it's really good. It's really tender. So the food, I thought I was gonna hate the food when I first left because I didn't do no research. I'm thinking that I go over there, I'm gonna hate the food. I mean, they don't got no McDonald's or Burger King or something like that, but actually, the food was pretty good overall. But the potatoes, I would not touch it with your life.
As of the culture, did you get a culture shock?
Actually, since I didn't do any research, I got to the airport and it was like, didn't know what to do. I see everybody and they look different. You know, they Germans. Majority of the people was German at Frankfurt Airport. And I was trying to communicate to find out where I was supposed to go to get my luggage, who I was supposed to meet. I didn't really know anything. So that was my biggest culture shock when I first got off the plane and got to the German airport in Frankfurt. And I got on a bus to take me to my unit. You know, I was in the military and the buildings look different, the bus looked different, the driver looked different. It's like, whoa, what I got myself into? And when the bus driver was going and we got on the Autobahn, and I hear so much on the media about the Autobahn in Germany, it's like, there's no speed limit. So it's like, wow, you know, I'm actually on the Autobahn. That was excitement though, but it was kind of a culture shock because, you know, there's no speed limit. If you get in an accident, I mean, you go into a body bag. I mean, you're gonna be dead. If you're going really fast and someone hits you, the chances of you living is slim. Because when I was over there, we seen accidents and actually helicopters came down, and I presume that the person's already dead because when they got a helicopter, you know, they gotta get you to the hospital quick, or you're gonna be dead. If you're already dead, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. So I did get culture shock. I mean, the food, it was just. I didn't never expect to be out of America. I went to Canada, but that's different. But Germany, it was a big culture shock for me. Yes, I did.
Could you tell me some recreations that the Germans enjoy?
The number one, I think, is bicycling. They believe you should ride a bike versus a car, bus, or whatever because of the pollution. Because, you know, mankind is polluting the earth with all these cars and motorcycles and boats. But the Germans, they would ride a bicycle quick, and they are in shape. They're more slim than Americans are because they always riding those bikes. Swimming, they love to swim. Hiking is a big one. And let's see, swimming is a big one. They have swimming parties like all year round. And if you consider the Oktoberfest as a recreation, that definitely should be in there because the Germans are known for Oktoberfest and what they call fashion. Fashion is like a American Halloween. The Oktoberfest is like, I think it lasts about a week or the whole month. It's pretty much around the month of October. And they drink beer, they have festivals. It's like a big party. And people ride the train so they don't have to drink and drive. Because drinking and driving is, you know, bad, but their alcohol tolerance is greater than American. But just because of that, they want you to try to be safe anyway. I mean, they're not telling you to go out and drink. And speaking of that, McDonald's and Burger King, it was a culture shock. I went there and you can buy beer at McDonald's and Burger King. I mean, imagine going through the drive-thru. I want a Hefeweizen. I want a Guinness. I want 3 of them. Get in your car, you driving. In America, that's like drinking and driving. And you that's against the law. Over there, you can actually get it. I mean, at fast food restaurant, whoa, you thirsty. I was already in the cup. Now that's a culture shock.
And did you learn the German language there also?
9. 9 means no in German. So I know basic language, like you asked me, I answered that in German, which is 9, no. Dankeschön, thank you, bitter, you know, you're welcome, stuff like that. I learned bad words, but I'm not gonna say, you know, at this time those bad words, but I learned those because when you observe people and stuff happen and they say certain words, you kind of pick up on what that word is, you know. I learned bad words, but I actually learned the good words because of the way I was in certain situations and I just happened to be there and see people really teed off. They really mad and they said these certain words and I'm like, okay, that must mean.
What would you say you like most about the German culture?
Most about the German culture? Well, some of the food, like the boneless pork chop, that's different. I love the boneless pork chops. The people, they seem like they're friendly. If you understand them though. If you don't understand them, they kind of, I mean, I understand the German culture because I've been there, but sometimes it seems like the Germans are actually spitting on you. Are they mad? They talk that way, but if you understand them, it's kind of different. But I mean, to me, it was like peaceful over there. The Germans take care of the government over there. They take care of everybody. I mean, men and women. If you're not working, as long as you go to school, you get money. They take care of you. Everybody got insurance over there. It's the law. If you're a mother, I love this. If you're a mother and you have a kid less than 3-year-old, you get paid some money called kindergarten. That's bad in a way because you got a lot of German women just trying to lay up and get babies because they're getting paid from the government, but they believe that the mother's supposed to be with that child the first 3 years because that's very, very important. And as a Christian, I believe that too. I think all years are important for a mother and father to be with their kids, but especially the first 3 years, the Germans believe that, and in the United States, it's so different. It's not the case.
And were you able to keep up with the communication there?
Well, the Army has sent me to this class called Head Start. Head Start is basically a course that lasted a week, and you learn like the basic culture. So including that culture, you will learn the language that's included. And it's like just the basic language. And it gave us a book where it breaks it down and helps you. But when you, my age, learn a whole new language, it's not as easy as a little kid. You know, little kids, their brain are faster than when you're older. I always heard that you can't teach old dog new tricks. It's similar to that. You know, when you're old, it's kind of hard to learn a new language. But kids, they can pick on stuff like that a lot faster than I can. So I tried my best, but the good thing that most of the Germans, the new generation, they have to learn English in school. The old cats, the old Germans, they didn't necessarily have to learn German in school. So they don't really communicate well with, you know, someone like me that don't know any German. So as a whole, I communicate okay. German? That's how you flush the toilet.
This is the Autobus. You go fast as you want. Some spots. My culture shock could have been prevented if I would have known the information that I presented to you.
More notes. More notes. More notes. More notes. And last notes.